guys, topic of today is how to make it in this sport without money. It's an issue for a lot of people, including myself, and I think a lot of people, especially young people, are wondering how. Like, is it even possible? Can you do it? And if you can, how do you do it? As I guess every equestrian knows, this sport is dominated by money. Like, you need money to buy a good horse, to have a good trainer, to go to shows, to buy the tack you need just to keep the horse. Is super expensive. Like, basically every single thing in the sport is really expensive. But so what if you don't have a lot of money? Can you still make it in this sport? In my mind, the answer is yes, of course you can. And there are a lot of top riders today that did not come out of super rich families. Because there is ways to make it to the top without being rich, but sometimes it's easy to think that this sport is really unfair because you might be working really hard and then you are people that just get everything handed to them. But I think we should all respect that, because if it was you who got offered everything you had ever wanted, you would not turn it down. And also, you don't know the story of other people. Just because they have a nice horse does not mean that they just got it handed to them, because you don't know anything about their situation. But it is hard to make it in this sport, even if you're rich. And of course even harder if you're not rich. This is a hard sport to make it in because you need so much different things. So the key is to work hard. Like, you need to work hard from the start, from the beginning. And I know that a lot of you are probably really young. You're probably in school and you can't really just get a job to pay for your stuff. You can't really just quit school to ride because your parents probably want you to be in school, and that is important as well. So of course it's not that easy if you're young. So I'm mostly talking about people who's like graduated from school and who's got the choice to determine their own future. But the key for everyone is from the start to work hard, because even if you're just taking lessons once a week or riding a horse in your backyard, if you work hard, that will give you so many advantages, like later in life. You should also make your own way, kind of like I did, because I'm not from a rich family. I've never had anything handed to me in that way. If you would tell like 12-year-old me that when you're like 18, you're going to be working in Germany, you're going to be living the dream, you're going to be working in the horsey business, and you're going to have a top jumper, I would not have believed it, because I just didn't think, like, of course I dreamed about it, but I didn't generally think that I would be the person to have the life I have now. But I've worked really hard, and I think everyone can do that. Everyone can work hard, and everyone can make their own way, regardless of how much money you have in your pocket. Because when you are graduated from school, you can make the choice to go abroad or in your own country and get a job with horses. That might just be like grooming, tacking up for people, especially if you go to someone who's really good. They might not let you ride a lot, but that is also a start. That is how I started. I just basically groomed for the people I trained for. Like, I groomed for them, I worked in the stable, I just did all of the shit work, and I got free lessons. That is how I've afforded like my lessons for the top trainers, because I came to their place, I worked really hard, like from morning to evening, and then I got lessons for free. And that was a super experience, because even though you don't ride that many horses at their place, you still learn a lot by just watching them and get into the system of how they do it. So that is definitely a way up. And when I then came to Germany, I actually got to ride quite a bit, and that was such a valuable experience. But even though I didn't ride 10 horses a day in Germany, I watched them ride, I worked in their system, I just really got into it, and I got the good routines in my body. I can help to think that what's meant to be will be. It will be if you just keep working hard. Somehow, maybe a way will open up for you. Because if you want it bad enough, nothing can stop you. You can get a job in horses, you can just groom for people, push all your limits. You never know what people will think of you. And even though if you just work or like hang out at a barn and just do all the shit work, like cleaning stalls and grooming and stuff like that, then you still learn from that, and you learn so much from watching people who's good at riding, and everyone can do that. You really don't need to be rich to go at a place and watch someone. Like, just be with them in the stable and help them and watch them. And maybe they'll give you lessons if you have your own horse. And if you don't even can afford your own horse, you can lease a horse, you can loan a horse, you can find a horse for a friend who's sick, or just someone who can't take care of their own horse, and they might be willing to let you ride it. And also, you need to take your time, because this takes a lot of years. Like, I started out when I was like 10, 11. I found my diary and I wrote there that I want to ride in the Olympics. I want to be like a great show jumper. I'm not really where I wanted to be, because then I was like, yeah, by the time I'm 18 I want to ride in the national team and stuff, but that wasn't really realistic for me. But still, I've come a long way, and you just need to take time. You take your time and use what you have. Like, if you don't have $1 million horse, it's fine. If you can't afford the top trainer, it's fine. You can make your own way if you just work hard enough, if you just get creative and decide, this is what I want to do, then no one can stop you. Like, no matter what your situation is, you can start out anyway. You can work for free, you can just hang out at someone's barn, you can help your friends, you can do anything. Because if there is a will, there is a way. And you should do the best out of your situation. If that is to take lessons once a week, then take lessons once a week and pay the best attention you can. A bit more advanced and have your own horse. You should watch a lot of videos if you can't afford a trainer. Watch a lot of online videos, because there's a lot of good trainers online, like that have these demonstration videos and how you can do things and exercises you can do with your horses. So you don't really need a trainer either. Of course that is the best, but you can still learn a lot from watching videos and reading books and reading magazines and asking people and just paying attention. Even though you can't afford, like, at the moment I don't have a riding arena, I still train my horse, he still gets worked, and he's still in top shape. There really is no limit. There is no limit, I can tell you that, because I never thought I would be where I am now, and I'm not even at a high level. But from where I started, I've come such a long way, and I know that you can do that as well. If you just decided, this is what I want to do, you are going to find a way. Even if you have to wait a few years because you're in school, because you're not old enough to do what you want, then do that, but just live to the best of your ability. If this is what you really want, you have to work really hard. And then you should just do that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I tried to make it a bit short and not ramble too much. And if you have any other suggestions to videos I can make, please suggest it down below in the comments. And I will try my best to, if you have anything you want me to talk about or do, I'll try my best to do that.